evil child, I hate you. This is not what I want. Nonsense. You must go back from where you come from. Go into the water and die there, evil girl.
Amala stood on the old wooden bridge in the deep, cold night. Strong wind pushed against her body, and the river under the bridge shouted loudly like an angry beast. In her arms, she carried her newborn baby girl. The baby was just 2 hours old. The baby cried softly, a weak, sad sound, wah wah, but Amala did not hug the baby. She did not whisper love. Amala stared at the child with eyes filled with anger. She said, "You are my bad luck. I wanted a boy. I wanted the treasure. Because of you, I have lost everything." Amala looked left and right to be sure nobody was there. Her heart was beating fast, not because she was afraid, but because she wanted power. She wanted to rule her husband's home. She wanted the heavy chest of gold that Chief Zoram promised to the woman who gave him his first son. This baby girl was the only problem standing before her. If the baby disappeared, Amala could lie. She could say spirits took the child. She could try again to give birth to a boy. Amala made her decision. She did not place the baby in a basket. She did not cover her with cloth. She held the baby by one leg over the dark water. With a cold voice she whispered, "Leave me, go back to the river." With one hard swing, she threw her own child into the air. Splash! The baby hit the cold river and vanished under the water. Amala rubbed her hands on her wrapper. She felt no pain in her heart. She smiled. She believed her secret was gone forever inside the river. She turned and walked back to the village to pretend she was a crying mother. But Amala made a terrible mistake. She forgot that water never forgets. And after 20 years, the river would return to knock on her door. To understand how a mother could do such an evil thing, we must return to the beginning. In the village of Umuraka, Chief Zoram was the wealthiest man. He had 4 wives, many cows, and wide farmlands. But Chief Zoram was unhappy because he had no son. He only had daughters. In that land, a man needed a son to carry his name. One day, Chief Zoram gathered all his wives. He showed them a large iron box filled with gold, beads, and money. He said, "Listen well. The first woman who gives me a baby boy will take this treasure. She will also become the matron. She will control this house." Amala was the youngest wife. She was very beautiful, but her heart loved riches too much. When she saw the treasure, her eyes burned like fire. She promised herself she must win that gold at all cost. Amala began to behave like a queen before she even became pregnant. She insulted the other wives. She broke their cooking pots. She mocked them. She went to the market and bought special roots and drinks to help her give birth to a boy. Every night she prayed to spirits. Soon her stomach started growing. Amala was pregnant. She was full of joy. She walked proudly around the compound. She told everyone, "I am carrying a king. When he arrives, you will all bow to me." The other wives felt sad and helpless. They cried quietly, but Amala did not care. She only wanted power and gold. She ate the best meals and slept on soft mats. She waited for her reward. When Labor Day came, Amala suffered great pain. She screamed for 2 days. The birth helper, Mamatola, stayed with her. Amala pushed and cried. Sweat covered her face. Finally, the baby came out. Amala sat up quickly. "Bring my son," she shouted. "Bring me the king." The birth helper looked unhappy. She wrapped the baby slowly. She said, "Amala, the baby is strong, but it is a girl." Amala froze. She stared at the child. It was true. It was a girl. Her heart became cold stone. Her dreams disappeared. The treasure was gone. The power was gone. She looked at the baby and felt only hatred. She ordered the birth helper, "Leave now." Then she grabbed the baby and rushed to the bridge to throw her away. After throwing the baby, Amala rubbed pepper in her eyes to make them red. She ran back home and rolled on the ground. She screamed, help me, spirits have taken my son." The chief rushed out. He saw Amala crying. He believed her words. He was broken that his son was gone. He hugged Amala and said, "Do not cry, we will try again." Inside her heart, Amala was smiling. Her secret was safe, but she was still not the matron. The other wives were still alive. Amala decided she must become more wicked. She wanted to stand alone. She began to do evil things secretly. Amala became dangerous like a snake hiding in grass. She poisoned the second wife's food. The woman fell sick and died. Amala cried fake tears at the burial. Then she placed strange objects in the third wife's bed, snake skin and sharp thorns. The woman feared witchcraft and ran away. The first wife was old, so Amala spread lies about her. She told the chief the woman wanted to kill him. The chief became afraid and chased the first wife away. Now Amala was alone. She collected the box of gold. She became the matron. She wore heavy beads and shouted at workers. She believed she had won. She thought the river had forgotten. But far away, where the river moved slowly, a poor woman named Sola was washing clothes. Sola was alone. She had no husband and no child. She saw something floating near tree roots. She looked closely. It was a baby. The child was cold and blue. Sola picked her quickly. The baby coughed water and cried. Sola smiled with joy. She said, "God has given me a child." She named her Imani. She carried her home and warmed her by fire. She loved the baby deeply. She did not know the child belonged to an evil woman. 20 years passed. Imani grew into a kind and beautiful young woman. She loved water. She learned healing with water and leaves. People came from many places to seek her help. Everyone loved her. But in Umuraka, Amala's trouble had begun. A strange sickness attacked her body. It started with small itching. Then her skin turned dark gray. Large wounds opened on her arms and legs. Yellow liquid poured out. The smell was terrible, like dead fish. Amala screamed day and night. "My body is burning," she cried. No medicine worked. Her hair fell off. Her skin peeled. She could not walk. She lay on her mat in darkness. The smell drove people away. Even the chief covered his nose. The healer said, "This sickness comes from the spirits. She has done evil." Amala shouted, "I am innocent." But inside, fear lived in her heart. When she closed her eyes, she saw the river. She heard the splash. She knew her sin was punishing her. The chief heard about a healer girl who lived by the river. He said, "Bring her, I will give anything." Messengers went to find Imani. She felt fear, but her mother Sola said, "Your gift must help people." Imani carried her bowl and followed them. She walked back to where she was born, not knowing it. When she reached the big house, the smell was terrible. She entered the dark room. Amala lay there like a monster. Imani felt sadness and confusion. Amala opened her eyes and saw the young woman. "Help me," she whispered. Imani said softly, "Water heals the good, it burns the wicked." She sprinkled water on Amala. The water hissed like oil on fire. Amala screamed. Black blood flowed. Imani stepped back. "The water hates you, confess," she said. Amala screamed in pain. She studied Imani's face. She recognized herself. "It is you," she cried. The chief entered. Amala confessed everything. The truth filled the room. She begged Imani to save her. Imani thought of Sola. She remembered the river. She poured the water on the ground. "You are not my mother," she said. Amala screamed and died. The river had judged her. Imani gave the gold to the poor and returned to the river. The lesson is simple. Evil never hides forever. Water remembers. What do you think? Did Imani do the right thing? I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, please like, comment, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us keep bringing amazing stories just like this. Until the next story, please stay safe and stay prayerful. I love you all.